Am I the a-hole for walking out of a doctor's appointment when I overheard the doctor and resident talking about me? I was making dinner earlier and I put a skillet with salmon in the oven. I took the skill out using oven mitts and set it on a stovetop. A couple minutes later, without thinking, I grabbed the handle of the skillet, which was still extremely hot, and it burned my hand pretty badly. I ran my hand under water, used some ice and took some Tylenol, but I was a bit flustered and kind of in shock. I spoke to a nurse on the phone at my doctor's office and she told me to come in to the after-hours clinic. I get to the doctor's office and speak to the nurse, and she's lovely and totally gets it because she has a similar burn kitchen incident a few years ago. This doctor's office, I'm in Ontario, Canada, by the way, is connected to a university, so they have residents that work with the doctors. I was seen by the resident who seemed to downplay the injury and tell me to take Tylenol or Advil. I explained that I took Tylenol over an hour ago and it still had not touched the pain. She was young and a bit condescending. She said she would check with the doctor about other options. She comes back and reiterates that I can buy Advil over the counter. That felt a bit insulting. Of course I know I can buy Advil over the counter. I was not rude, but I tried to be assertive and say, I'm a bit confused about why I was told to come in and have it checked out if I'm now being told to go home and take Tylenol. I'm in quite a bit of pain. She seemed a bit like a deer in headlights and said she would consult again with the doctor. She left and I sat in the room waiting for about 25 to 30 minutes. The walls in this office are paper thin, so after waiting for a long time I hear the doctor come out of a different room and the resident fill him in on my hand and that I'm not 100% happy with being told to just take Tylenol. They must have been standing right outside the room I was in because then I hear her say, oh, and just FYI, she's really... It was either pissy or bitchy, but I could not quite catch it. The doctor said, oh great, and chuckles as he was opening the door to the room I was in. I was a bit surprised and honestly pretty hurt. I said to both of them, I heard everything you said. That was extremely rude. I think I'll just go home and take Tylenol. The doctor called after me, but I just kept walking and left. I called my mom from the parking lot to tell her because I just could not believe what had happened, and my mom told me to be careful because they can drop me as a patient if I'm aggressive. I tried to explain that I was not aggressive, just trying to stand up for myself. In Ontario, it is nearly impossible to get a family doctor if you do not already have one. So I guess her point was that if they decide to drop me as a patient, I would be a doctor. I feel like I reacted as anyone would have, but am I the a-hole for being assertive about the pain I was in as well as walking out when I overheard the doctor and resident talking rudely about me through the door?